Hello, everyone. Coombe-Heath here, binge and emotional recovery specialist and host of the Beyond Overeating podcast. Today, I have a really special guest with me, Vivian, who is one of my amazing clients. She's been working with me for over 8 weeks, and we just had this beautiful discussion about life now after just a couple of weeks of working together. So, welcome, Vivian.
Hi.
Vivian, did you just want to share with us just a little, one of your biggest ahas that we just kind of chatted about before this recording?
I think for me, the biggest aha that I've gotten from my time working with you is just how much it's not so much just about eating, it's about everyday life and how everything is connected for me. And simple things like just knowing the reasons why I overeat, whether it's because of how we talked about not eating because of people, me being afraid of rejection and not being able to say what I want. And how, for me, that would cause resentment, and eventually the resentments would build, and I would take no as someone telling me no, they're rejecting me, but it's really not that. It's really not that. So all the different reasons why I eat, and it's helping to sort out all that, to make sense of it and to see it in a clearer way, I guess. That's been really helpful for me to sort out like this big mess of why I eat, to make it become more clear to me. And once it's clear, it's not so overwhelming, and it's something that I can focus on and look at and make changes to. So that's been really helpful.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing. And that was such a big one for us to work through. So thank you so much for sharing that. We were also just actually talking about your relationship with the scale and how that has changed as well. So did you want to just share a little bit about that?
Yep. In the beginning, my eating was uncontrolled. My eating was uncontrolled. I was eating. I couldn't stop eating, and I was so focused on the eating, and I was focused on my weight and wanting to lose weight, and the scale, watching the scale, the numbers get higher and higher and higher. So that's where I was when I started. But over our sessions, I found that it became less about looking at the scale, but more about what kind of changes I was making in my life, how I was eating healthier, eating foods that were making me feel better. If I wasn't binging, I felt better, like my body felt better, I had more energy. So starting to focus on that and focusing more on the things I was doing, the good habits I was building. And I'm just realizing that it became more about the changes I was making and not so much about the scale. I still want to lose weight, I still want to be healthier, but it's not the focus. The scale is not the focus anymore. Absolutely. And that's a good thing.
Yeah, so beautiful when we break that obsession with that one number. And you also mentioned that you were actually okay with eating foods like bread now, whereas before you kind of felt like overwhelmed with eating bread.
That's been a big thing for me is I have this list of bad foods. I have a list of bad foods that I'm trying to see food differently and getting to the place where nothing is bad. It's all just a matter of proportions and the amounts that I have and the frequency I eat. And it's like making friends with bread again. At the same time, I know if I overeat too much bread, it's gonna make my body feel yucky. So I don't want that too. But I'm not gonna beat myself up if I do happen to have bread one day. So it's not the end of the world. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Just bringing that more of a neutral outlook towards bread, and it's not the end of the world if you have some bread.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Vivian, for sharing today. If you had just a message for anyone who was thinking of working with me, but they were still just not sure, what would you tell them?
I would tell them that you have to find it in yourself that you're worth the investment in yourself, and that sometimes you can't do it alone, and it's okay to ask for help. And that I found that you to be a very safe person and an encouraging person and not judgmental. So that's been really helpful to me. And the work I've done with you hasn't been overwhelming where I feel like oh my goodness, I can't do this. It's been exciting for me to discover pieces of myself, like different parts of myself. It's been exciting. It's been exciting to find out what kind of adventures I can have and what else I can add to my life. So it's been a good thing for me. So I would encourage anyone else to go on that same kind of discovery with themselves, to discover more about themselves. I think that was good.
Oh, thank you so much, Vivian, for sharing your experience and just encouraging someone out there who might have not just be a little bit hesitant to reach out. So thank you so much for joining me today and so bravely sharing your experience.
Thank you.
Bye.